Hello everybody and welcome to another disused railway walk. Now if you saw the previous video I did around Wigan, we stumbled on some amazing track bed and track work and bridges, all manner of stuff. It was something I didn't expect to see and I kind of just made it up as I went along, on top of the information that I'd already gathered from the area, because I didn't do the walk I actually expected to do, but I found something better. So if you've not watched that, I'll put a link to that in the description and at the end. But today it's the Lancashire Union Railway in this video, so I'm picking up where I left off and I'm going to head off towards Whelley and also the two viaducts at the other end. So today I'm picking up the railway line, that is this purple one from down here at Platt Bridge, and following it all the way up here towards Standish, just shy of the Boar's Head Hay Viaduct at Whelley Junction just here. And I'll be passing through Ambers Wood, De Trafford Junction below the active railway line between Wigan and Manchester, and through the grounds of Hay Hall, where the terrain takes a turn for the difference and there's also some remarkable discoveries along there. So down there beyond this beautiful bridge, Warrington Road, this bridge that took you down to Platt Bridge Junction. This way we're heading off towards where Strangeways is, Hindley and Ambers Wood. And there's a nice track bed I believe that we can follow, which will then lead us onto the line that took us towards Whelley. Whelley station I believe was only open for 2 months before it closed. It was open to goods for a lot longer, but for passengers 2 months, and I believe the same could be said for the old Strangeways station as well, the Hindley station. I think it's Hindley South, might be wrong, we'll check it on the maps right after I finish talking to you. So I'm going to leave this bridge behind, Platt Bridge Junction and Warrington Road. Let's follow our disused railway. So all around here there were sidings, wagon works, steel foundries, surrounded by industry, all manner of things being produced in the area. So all manner of railway wagons and trains and destinations for all the workers to go to were also required. But no, it's all gone, it's all fields, it's houses, it's trees, and it's a footpath. But at least we've got the footpath to follow, haven't we? I can only assume this was the track bed, this ditch. It's all been cut down, look, and I don't know if there's been some disease in the area, but the previous video I did along that other track bed, there was also lots of trees that had just been cut down at the Platt Bridge station end. No, that must have just been some kind of ditch, because you could clearly see we're on that track bed, we're on an embankment, look. So, track bed going forward, very, very high on that side, not so much on that side, but you can clearly see that's what it is. That's what we like. Not gonna see any track on this one as we did the previous one. The previous one was a cracker, I know I've already mentioned it, but it was such, it's one of those ones where you just turn up, expect very little, and boom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different amazing things along that route. It's probably more, could have been 7 or 8. I'm waffling on, let's get walking on down this track bed. Now then, what's going on here? So, looks like there would have been a bridge here at some point, but it is no longer with us. A little ditch down there. No signs of any ballast as such, apart from the odd scattering that you can see, look. So, I'm hoping we can pick the track bed up on the opposite side. Let's just nip down here. So there must have been a bridge and it must have come across just like that and carried on down there, and there is a path that goes in that trajectory, so that's the one I'm going to follow. Hopefully we'll find some photographs to accompany this video as well, so we get to reimagine how this area once was in its heyday. So we are up on that track bed that I've just been talking about, back towards Strangeways station, Hindley station down that way. Right, so I'm now at the point of Ambers Wood Junction where the line went down towards Bickershaw. Just around there, that was Hindley or Strangeways station. That's completely gone. There was 2 months of operation for passengers there. So that is down that way, but we're going to take the left and we're going to head up towards Whelley and then on towards those 2 majestic viaducts, including Boar's Hay Viaduct. So as you can see, a remarkable array of railway lines all around, joining up where this triangle is at the centre of this map. So we've come from Plattbridge down here. The line off to Bickershaw is heading off to the bottom right. There was collieries and all manner of industry around here, and the line that we're following north, the Whelley Loop Line, is this one here. There's some bits of something there, look. 2 wooden beams. They're not sleepers, but there was something, weren't they? I'll say that's a substantial drop down that embankment. Some concrete sections down there which must have rolled down over the years as well. Very, very high up. I need to get across the A577, and then very shortly we'll be passing under the active line between Wigan and Hindley. So this line, it opened in 1869, and although the 2 stations were a complete waste of time really, 2 months they were open, the line thrived for freight right up until 1970. The line closed, but not for long. 1972 it did reopen for a number of years, picking up some more freight workings before it finally closed in 1976. Going over a very small bridge here. Unsure what it was for. It might have been for farm access. It's quite windy up here, so apologies for that. But there are steps down, look, and we can have a look at it. We can pop under it and come out the other side. Let's see. You can hear a train in the distance. That's going to be, you might just see it going through the trees over there, look. So that'll be heading towards Wigan, probably Wigan Wallgate maybe. There we go, look. So concrete decking, so that's been replaced at some point, but probably on the original blue brick foundations. Right, let's get back up and we'll push on towards where we pass below the railway line. So what a curious bridge this is. You can see where it looks like it's been widened at some point. It's 2 different constructions, look. But it also looks like it's been widened in both directions, look, because this looks like the original abutments just here, look. And then look how old this brick is. That, I've never seen this before. That looks, it would be almost a couple 100 years old, wouldn't it? That's astonishing. And you can see where the original bridge was again, and then they built this outer wall to support the new construction, look. You ever see anything like that? And it's the same on the opposite side. Pop over, look, and show you. I wonder if it's still got the old look of that. Gore. That's unusual, isn't it? Be interested to see if there's any photos of this. I bet there isn't, but I'll try. We could pass under what appears to be the newer section. Look, the new, I'll say newer, it's probably still about 60, 70 years old, if not older. On the other side, it doesn't have those double abutments, but still, what do you think to that? Not long after that, look, we're heading into a cut-in now. You also hear a train behind me passing over. This here was Trafford Junction, and there's another track bed that spurs off towards the left that joins on right next to Hindley Station. A quick update on maps. So this is Trafford Junction. This is the line that passes between Wigan and off towards Manchester. We've got Hindley Station just here and Borsdane Wood with its remarkable triple tunnel on the right hand side just here. We're going to push on and continue towards Whelley now. We've got another bridge coming up. It's a road bridge. It doesn't look very old, maybe an 80s or a 1990s build. The name of the road above is Makerfield Way. Looks like a pretty boring example of a bridge, really, doesn't it? I mean, somebody will like it, but it's not really for me. Coming out the other side, look. I shall turn you around slowly. Track bed seems to be wide enough for 2 or 3. Some evidence of the concrete sections through there, look, that would have carried electrical cables, I suppose. A bit of a curve coming on. Whelley Station not far up there, and also a bit of an incline too. That's Belgreen Lane, clearly a bridge missing. That's a very noisy machine over there. And this is a continuation off towards Whelley on the Whelley Loop Line. You can hear music playing. I wouldn't really call it music. Sounds like there's too much imagination gone into that. Some foundations here, look. Rectangular, brick and concrete too. So rather high embankment on that far right hand side. Must have been some kind of colliery land or a quarry. Some great big lumps of rock in that hillside, but it doesn't look natural. And then quite an embankment down as well. You can see quite a long way over there, over towards Wigan. I do like our track bed. I mean, there's been a few features, hasn't there? But it's not been like lots and lots of them like there was on the previous line I did round here at Platt Bridge, but there has been stuff, and it's been a nice walk, and hopefully you're enjoying it as well as I am. It's a nice little area. There's other stuff to come back for around here too. I think there's some coal mining things worth looking at, so I will be back. Got some work going on here, look on the Leeds and Liverpool Canal. Empty lock over there. So this actually gives us a better opportunity to look at that bridge where the railway would have crossed the Leeds and Liverpool Canal. See where they're pumping out the water from the lock as they're doing work on it. But yeah, you can see where the water line was at the bottom, so it's probably not been emptied that long ago. because it all looks wet over there as well. It's quite an interesting insight, this. We'll come at the right time. It gives you an idea of how deep the water gets here as well in this pound. Look, you've got the overflow down there, and that's probably about 5 or 6 feet down to that, and the weir going down, look. See what's going off over here. Is this lock empty? About to find out. No, but it's a very deep one all the same, isn't it? Down there you can see what the pound would normally look like. Look at the old winding gear. Wow. I bet a lot of people would like them on every single lock gate to make it easier. Just show you it with the fence in the way, look, as well from this angle. Okay, that's a nice little bonus seeing that. It's not something you see every day, is it? Let's pick up our railway off towards Whelley. Not really much to see going forward, so again, I'll talk to you when we do find something. Just up here was the extremely short-lived Whelley station. 1872 on the 1st of January opened, closed exactly 2 months later, March the 1st, 1872. Wow, it's got to be one of the shortest lived alongside its counterpart behind us, hasn't it, on the entire UK network. Got to go under Whelley Road, got to go under a nice bridge. Don't think it's the original, but it still looks very nice. Look at that huge long retaining wall from the original bridge. That's nice that they made it look like that, isn't it? You can see the two different stoneworks, the original and the more up-to-date stone. Corrugated steel thoroughfare. Then it looks like we've got original stonework on the exit of this one. That's nice. It's like the track bed must have been filled in at some point because it seems to go up an incline there. But that's what we just walked through. And a short distance later, look, the track bed drops back down again, so there must have been some kind of infill for a short distance. The Whelley Loop Line extension. I was expecting it to finish just here and I'd have to walk around towards the 2 viaducts, but no, we can walk it. That's a nice bonus. I believe I can see a really nice ornate bridge coming up too, just down there. Remnants of brickwork just there, look, for something. There's a great big piece up here. Doesn't look like there's any evidence of a bridge being here though. Now, upon looking into this further, what these walls were for, it appears that the landowner, upon when the railway was being built, had demanded a tunnel came through his land purely for aesthetic reasons, and that is this long section going through the grounds of Hay Hall. I believe it would have been a cut and cover tunnel, but during construction when work began, the ground proved unsuitable and it kept collapsing, so it was abandoned in favour of the cutting and the footbridges that now passed over the former track bed. Nice low section of wall on the right as well, look. And kept a little bit on the left, although a lot of it has collapsed away. Quite a deep cutting. That bridge is coming up. Curious to know how far this goes on for now. Old post for carrying cables there, look. Just been launched up there. But that's an interesting thing, isn't it? That looks like maybe gas or water. Does it come in and go under the track bed and then materialise on this side and carry on its journey? Is that like a drop down that passes below? I've spotted quite a few of these now, the old cable carrying posts. There's another one there, buried, and another there. I haven't seen any on the other side, but here's that lovely looking bridge. That's rather splendid, isn't it? It looks very ornate, doesn't it? Got those smooth stone sections for the pillars. 1, 2, 3 spans, and what looks like an iron top going through. Red brick side walls. Let's pass on under and we'll see if it looks exactly the same on the other side. It's got some nice little ornate sections. I can get the camera up close enough. Just there, look. There's a lot of effort gone into this one. That's a beauty. Look at the size of that tree it's uprooted. That's massive. Lovely bridge. The Sough portal, the Great Sough mining portal for the tunnel, which carried excess waters from the nearby collieries, built in the 1600s. That's not far from here. There's quite a few mining artifacts such as air shafts and pumping stations scattered all around here. So that's another video to come back for, isn't it? There's another bridge down here. It does look like the path does carry on as well. But look how these walls just come to an end. So you got that big stone block abutment and that brickwork we've been following along. On either side it just stops, look. Slight retaining wall just there on the right. Cool, look how this has just been trying to get you out of the sun's glare. That's been eaten away, hasn't it? That's in a bit of a state. Telegraph pole up here. And believe me, it's very old. And I'm going to get you up to it. Oh, look. Look at that. How about that? Still got a couple of pots on there as well. Let's get you around the other side. Get you a bit higher. That's nice. There we go. Just think to that. Some lovely finds around these areas. And you got to think, I think this path has only been opened within recent weeks. So looking at it, it's like February 2025 now, and a lot of that stuff's just been there for decades, hasn't it? Untouched, because the railway's been closed, abandoned, overgrown, and they've only just cleared it. Makes you wonder how much stuff might have even been scooped up and buried below all of this. Another bridge coming up. Right, I think we've come to the end of where the work has progressed so far. This is Whole Lane above us. Another nice stone and iron bridge, isn't it? Down there, I'll poke my nose down a little bit and we'll have a look. 5 little arches underneath this, look, and 6 iron or steel deck sections supporting it all. Nicely painted green on the other side too. And the bridge itself looking absolutely fine. Look up there. There's another telegraph pole. It's hiding. Does look like it's going to be a bit of a impractical effort to maybe carry on. That's a bit of a quagmire. I love how there's lots of boot marks in there. Actually, you can get around this bit. Let's try and to see what may lay ahead. Ooh, nearly went then. I think if I can get around this bit quite safely and clean out of the incident, could probably get to there. I think we could probably carry on. Let's give it a go. I think we're going to do it. The old steps just there, look. What they have been for? Very old. Concrete. Looks like that was a path. Looks like it still is. I'm going to carry on. Let's just have a little nosy. If it gets a bit silly, shan't bother, but don't know unless we try, do we? This bit looks like it might be getting a bit sticky again. Hang on. I'm waiting for someone now to do the comment, oh, you should have covered your wellies for 25 foot of flipping mud. Right, I got past it, and that's the view looking back. Should be alright now, I think. Let's see how much further we can get. Wigan Rugby Club over there, maybe. I think we're about to run out of track bed. I believe the only real obstacle for getting this track bed walkable and actually at the viaducts, I don't know if we'll be able to get over the viaducts at any time in the future, but I think that is the aim. That would be brilliant if they could. But I think there's a section that goes through some farmers' fields. It's very, very short, but unfortunately it does. Now then, there's steps here, so it has been some kind of footpath for some time, hasn't it? But the bridge is long gone, but I imagine the bridge was really, really high at one time. I'm just trying to see what the name of the road is. Seneca Lane. So hopefully I'll try and find a photograph of Seneca Lane Bridge. It does now mean I've got to go up the other side. That's very, very steep. So yeah, I've been to these two viaducts, the Dominoes and Boar's Head Hay, before a couple of years ago. But now I'm here, I think I'll do an up-to-date video because I think it needs to get a bit of traction to decide whether this thing's going to get opened up against the public. Some concrete sections here, look, and some posts, maybe to do with signalling. Hit you around. I think there's another one. Out of breath now. Bit of blue brick around here as well. So there's that concrete I mentioned, and then we've got foundations here, maybe a signal box. Could it have been? That's an extraordinarily high embankment right now. Oh, breath's coming back. Okay, I'm going to push on. A little bit more to do before the track bed does vanish and goes over that farmland. A couple of concrete posts here, look. And again, that's such a long way down. Do you know what? All that land down there, with all the footpaths, like, warrants a bit of a... Oh, just snapped a big twig on the floor. That might warrant a bit of a look around as well at a later date. There's some ballast, look. More concrete. We've got a metal section on the top there, look. And more ballast. And more track bed. What are these for? Somebody will know. That looks lush and wild down there. I bet there's some stuff down there that's interesting, you know. One day I'll come back. One day I want to come back and do that mining stuff I mentioned earlier, have a look around those bits. And also, it is the Devil's Canyon and the Sough Tunnel portal. That one needs looking at, doesn't it? Oh, there must be other stuff scattered around here. I think a guy emailed me actually the other day, and I've only just seen it on the train journey up here today. But it wasn't about any of the stuff I've done today, thankfully, so I'll have to reply to you. And maybe you know about all this stuff. Something over here. And there. That is going to be the end of the track bed. Some brick remains, look, possibly from when there was a bridge just here. There are steps down onto the road, and I shall get you the name of the road in a moment when Google decides to liven up. Oh, this is Seneca Lane, so the other one wasn't Seneca Lane, it's just jumped forward. Oh well, looked like it was just access to the rugby playing fields. But yeah, track bed ends just here for a very, very short distance. You can see the abutments to the bridge it was here. So that's all still there. And where those lovely horses are is a short stretch of former track bed that will take us to Boar's Head Hay Viaduct. So that's where I'm going to head now. So now we've arrived at what was Whelley Junction. There used to be a signal box here, and you've got the line passing over Boar's Head Hay Viaduct, where also the Domino's Viaduct was present, and also the line off to the right, I believe heading off towards Red Rock. And Boar's Head Hay Viaduct will be coming up in the very next video, where I'm going to take a fresh look at it and see what could be done to bring this back into public use as some kind of cycle footpath and something for horse riders too, because it is a shame that it's going to waste, and the Whelley Loop Line as a walkable route is knocking on its door, and this viaduct is crying out for a continuation of that. So thank you very much for watching. Please comment below, like and subscribe. It's been a fantastic day in this area. One more to do. I'll soon be back for more stuff as well. Okay, from the outskirts of Wigan. What a beautiful day it's been. Thank you for having me, Wigan, if you're listening. And I shall see you in the very next video. Don't forget you can follow me on Facebook, and that is coming up below, where you can also become a sneak peek subscriber to the channel as well. Bye for now.